A lot of people are asking, is a two-room flexi flat a good choice for retirement? Well, downsizing or right-sizing to a smaller home can be a great way to unlock cash bound up in a larger property. However, it also comes with lifestyle changes and trade-offs. Here is the breakdown of the overall pros and cons, along with a direct comparison between the standard two-room flexi 99-year leasehold and short lease options. So let's start by talking about the pros first of retiring in a two-room flexi flat. Number one, you are able to unlock retirement fund. So selling a larger flat frees up significant cash. Monetizing your housing equity can boost your CPF life monthly payouts or build a liquid emergency fund. And then second, it can also lower your daily costs. A smaller home leads to lower electricity bills, reduce town council conservancy fees, and also minimal property taxes. And then it's also easier to maintain. Cleaning and maintaining a small flat requires far less physical effort, which is ideal as we grow older. And then senior-friendly built-in features are also being offered because these flats come with features like grab bars, non-slip bathroom tiles, and wider doorways that accommodate wheelchairs. So those are the positive. But on the other hand, there are some trade-offs that you need to consider. Number one, obviously, is space constraints. So if you are moving from a 4-room flat or 5-room flat, this would require heavy decluttering because there is much less room for hobbies, storage, or having family and grandchildren staying overnight. Number two, it also requires lifestyle adjustment. Adapting to a compact living environment can feel restrictive if you are used to a spacious layout. And then there's also co-living limitations. If you plan to live with another adult or with children or other people, basically two-room flat will feel very tight because it only has one bedroom and obviously it will also give you less privacy. So those are the pros and cons. If you are still considering two-room flexi for your golden years, there's another topic that we need to discuss, which is the length of the lease. So HDB actually offers two-room flexi flats under two distinct frameworks: 99-year leasehold versus short lease two-room flexi. Choosing between them depends on your age, financial goals, and also legacy planning. Let's start with the typical 99-year leasehold two-room flexi. Obviously, this is open to first-timers, second-timers, single age 35 and above, and also for families. In terms of the price, this will be higher because it will be full lease length. And then in terms of resale value, two-room flexi with full 99-year leasehold can be sold on the open market after the MOP period has ended. And it can also be inherited by your children or beneficiaries as an asset. In terms of government perks, it is also eligible for standard housing grants. Now, on the other hand, for short lease two-room flexi, this is only available for seniors aged 55 and above. In terms of lease choices, you have the option between 15 to 45 years in 5-year increments, but it has to cover the youngest applicant up to the age of 95. Regarding the price, well, the total quantum would be cheaper because you only need to pay for shorter years. However, if you compare it between like price per year or something like that, it's not always necessarily cheaper versus 99-year leasehold. So it depends on your criteria. Now, one important note is that for two-room flexi short lease, this cannot be sold on the open market or rented out entirely. If you don't want it anymore, then you can only give it back to HDB. And it also cannot be inherited as property. HDB will buy back the remaining lease if you pass on early. However, the flat will make you eligible for the Silver Housing Bonus, which is up to $30,000 cash bonus when you top up CPF. So in summary, for who does two-room flexi flat suitable for retirement? Well, it is suitable if you want to maximize monthly retirement income. Let's say you prefer turning lock-up housing equity into steady CPF life payouts or cash reserves for daily living. It's also suitable if you want a low-maintenance, accessible home. For example, you prefer a compact layout that requires minimal cleaning and already includes senior-friendly safety features. And it's also suitable if you live independently as a couple or single, where you do not require space for live-in adult children or full-time helper. And it's also suitable if you prioritize personal financial independence over leaving property. Especially for short lease options, this is suitable if you prefer using your own capital for retirement security rather than tying up funds in a property asset to pass on. But on the other hand, it is not suitable if you need room for multi-generational living. Let's say you plan to live with other family members, care for grandchildren, or if you need a live-in domestic helper. It's also not suitable if you want to leave a real estate asset to your children, especially for short lease flats. This needs to be returned back to HDB upon passing, meaning it cannot be willed as inherited real estate. It's also not suitable if your objective is to get capital gains. Obviously, if you pick two-room flexi short lease, it's not suitable if you want potential capital gain on the open market because full flat rental is not possible and you also cannot put it on your will. But even if you pick 99-year leasehold, it's also not ideal if your primary goal is to spend as little capital on housing upfront to maximize your immediate liquid cash reserves. Two-room flexi is also not suitable for your golden years if you have trouble downsizing physical belongings. So moving to a smaller space really do require a major lifestyle shift and heavy decluttering that may feel too restrictive. Not everybody can do this. And the truth is, there is no right or wrong answer. It just depends on what's your priority in life. But what do you think? Do you think two-room flexi flat are ideals for retirement? Let me know what you think in the comment section down below. Thank you so much for watching and I'll see you in my next video. Bye-bye. To support my work, you can give a one-time tip by pressing the thanks button, pick the amount that you want, and click buy and send. Or you can also press the join button for exclusive contents and monthly membership. Your support means a lot to keep us independent. Thanks for watching and I'll see you in my next video. Bye bye.